You're looking for answers? You have questions? You don't even know what physiology is? Well, that's what I do. Right here on The Physiology Show. Here we go. Hey there, Jed Corbernus here from jedcorbernus.com. You're watching The Physiology Show. This is episode number 14, I believe. 14 or 15. Doesn't even matter. So here's the point. The point is I made this post, and I post everything for a reason. It's for depth, right? It's not for width. It's for depth. And today's episode is about diabetes and how the lifestyle of it is about choices, not about your choosing to live that lifestyle, but just the choices you make. Okay, so type 1 and type 2 diabetes. I don't know if there's enough education around it out there. There might be. Maybe there's just a lack of resources. Whatever it is, right? It's about choice. Type 1, you don't have much of a choice, right? Your pancreas just does not produce enough insulin or insulin at all, in fact, right? But on the flip side, type 2, there's that piece, and then there's diabetes that you get while you're pregnant. Women get gestational diabetes. And I don't just post stuff to piss people off. I post stuff to basically, I post stuff for the complainers out there, right? You gotta do the work in order to find results. You gotta actually work at it. And I'm not saying like there's too many, bogus trainers out there. I'm an exercise physiologist, so I'm not a trainer, but when it comes down to it, there's too many bogus trainers out there saying, well, it's working hard and eating right or healthy. There's way more to it than that. There's mind, there's body, and then there's soul, okay? And I am very aware of that. I listen and I read and I comprehend and empathize with way more than what people actually see. I've been coaching, I've been empathizing, I've been doing this for over 10 years, since college, since even before college. I probably know what you're going to do before you even know you're going to do it. And that's okay. But what I can't do is tell you not to do it. I can advise you, I can give you advice, but you gotta go through it yourself. You just do. So when it comes down to type 2 diabetes, and when I say it's a lifestyle decision, like you have the choice, you have the capabilities to make it go away. And I know it's a bold statement. And what I'm saying is it takes work, and it takes time, and it takes effort. And I'm not saying that you're not doing enough. I'm just saying that when you've tried every single thing, the only way you know it's not going to work is if you give up. That's literally the only way it's not going to work. You have to keep going. You have to keep trying. And I know it's hard. I do. I've been just so beat down that you can't move anymore. That you don't want to move anymore. That you think, right, like, is genetics. Genetics play some piece of it. Some of it is inherited. But science actually tells us that you're only 50% like solid genetics. The rest of that can be changed. Scientifically proven. Look it up. I'm studying that piece of it right now. Epigenetics. It's nuts. It'll blow your mind. But what I'm saying is only 50% of what you actually inherit is solid, like you're kind of stuck with that, right? But the rest of it, you have control over. And let's worry about that, not about the parts that you don't have control over. And coming from the mental health world, I completely understand mind over matter. What we say and what we feel is for the mind, and what we experience is for the body. And as soon as we can get that into somewhat of a balance, then we can start to address some real change. But it all doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen from, a Facebook post. It takes practice. It takes what we all want more of, but we never have enough of: time. And it takes some context, right? Like if you looked at a picture of Monet, okay? Like the famous artist Monet, he drew sunset, sunrise. And you'd be like, "Oh, that's great." But if you knew that he painted what he saw, and you knew the backstory of what he's actually doing, his backstory was if you watch a sunset or a sunrise, that is the most beautiful thing on earth, and he was afraid that people weren't going to see it, and you'd have to take the time to see it and see the beauty of it. So if he didn't do that, he was painting what he saw. And after 40 years, he developed cataracts, and everybody told him to get it fixed. And you want to know what he said? He said, "I worked too hard to see like this." So that gives you the context of he paints what he sees. So now, knowing that information, do you think you'd look at that painting a little different, little different, right? You would. So do you think that if you had another shot, if you tried again to learn a little bit more about what happens in your body, let's say if you have type 2 diabetes, do you think if you tried to learn just a little bit more, or just tried a little harder, or not even harder, just like if you tried and tried and tried, do you think that when you learn, you would see it a little differently? You'd have more context with it? My intuition tells me yes. So get after it. Keep going. Keep trying. That's why I create these workouts of the day. WODs. Because every day you get one step closer to believing in yourself that you can do anything. And the Cobra Nation is out there. And they're doing it. And I believe in everyone, Cobra Nation or not. So keep doing it. Keep trying. And don't take everything so surface level. Don't take everything so shallow. Let's create some depth. Read my fine print. Read the comments. That's where it's all at. Thank you for your attention today, and in any part of the day. You have no idea how much that means to me. I love you. I really do. So, as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Hop on my newsletter, jedcobrins.com/newsletter. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.
Going in for the ask. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe. Sign up. Do whatever it is you need to be doing. Whether that button's down here, or over here, or up there, or over here. Doesn't matter where the button's at. Just push it. Push the button.